Your team is KIA. It's up to you now. Remain standing, sort them out.
Damn it! Setting charge.
What's good, YouTube? Welcome back to another video on the channel. Today's video is going to be the best setup that you can have in Warzone. Been playing the crap out of Warzone ever since it dropped, and I very quickly figured out possibly the meta for Warzone. In my opinion, this has worked wonders for me. I don't use any other setup than the setup I'm going to show you in this video. If you do enjoy the video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe to the channel if you want to see more content like this. Now let's jump right into it. So the first thing you're going to want to do to have the best setup possible in Warzone is going to go to your class setups. As you know, you can spend $6,000 in game and buy a custom loadout drop, so you can pick any of your custom loadouts from regular multiplayer, and that's basically the whole point of this video, is to give you, this is like the focal point, right? This is the main thing. So what you're going to do is going to go make a class, and you're going to copy this class setup. Now there's a reason for that. You might be asking, why are you going to be picking up a sniper? There's snipers that you can just get in game. They can just find around. Why don't you just find, why don't you just make, like I have here, this other Warzone class which I had originally, is like a decked out M4 with all, like, you know, the perks, everything, right? You're gonna find good weapons, like good ARs, good SMGs. That is not an issue. Even like the blue level weapons, the only thing the other higher level weapons do is give you more attachments. So realistically, that's not an issue. You don't need to worry so much about that, and you don't need to waste your custom loadout drop on something that you can just find in the game. Now this sniper here specifically, I use the HDR. Now Warzone, obviously you're not going around quick scoping people. It won't work. I tried it, doesn't work whatsoever. So I went with the highest damage sniper rifle. Obviously they have the Dragunov AX50. You could use the AX50, but HDR, highest velocity rate, highest bullet velocity, I should say, and the highest damage range out of the snipers. So we picked the HDR for that reason. You know, you're going to be taking long shots at people. You're not going to be really close quarters fighting so much with HDR, and plus people have a lot of armor. You want to be able to penetrate that. The highest damage is the best, especially at long ranges. Now for the class setup here, the attachments, I went with the monolithic suppressor. that obviously increases your damage range and gives you sound suppression, which I find useful. Obviously, suppressor people aren't really going to hear you. They're not going to swarm you once they hear you take one shot. So I use that. Biggest plus with that is the damage. Over onto our barrel, I went with the 26.9 HDR Pro. Bullet velocity, damage range, that is what I want. These things take that away. So obviously don't want to be using those when you're taking long firefights. Now I went with the tac laser here to increase aim down sight speed, aiming stability, and aiming walking steadiness. You don't have to use this because obviously it shows a laser. People can see where you are with this laser, but I use it because I don't want to be super slow when aiming in, so I don't want to be like a turtle, man. So I put this on just because it makes it easier just to scope in quicker, so you're not super slow. The most important part of this whole class setup is the optic, the thermal dual power scope. You can see this thermal. I'm gonna have gameplay showing up after I show you this whole class setup. The thermal is amazing. It is essential. You can see people from so far away. They're little white figures running around. Unless they're running cold-blooded, which not many people do, you will be able to see so many people hiding in bushes. If someone's aiming at you from far away, you don't know where they are, you pull this out, you aim in, and you'll find them super quickly. So this is the biggest part of this whole class setup. I don't care if you don't follow the rest of the class setup. The biggest thing about this sniper is that you put the thermal on it. It is extreme high advantage, and that is why you're going to pick this loadout instead of your completely upgraded M4 from the custom loadout drop, is because at least I haven't found, and I've played quite a bit, I haven't found a single weapon with the thermal on it in Warzone just from drops. So this is just a complete advantage, and not many people are going to be using it, or if they are, they're just smart as well. So use the thermal optic. Now stock, I went for aim down sight speed here. None of these really benefit damage range or anything. I mean, accuracy, sure, but it's not really going to do you much. So I went with aim down sight speed just so I can aim in a little bit faster. Secondary doesn't matter, useless, because when you call this in, you're going to pick this loadout. You're going to be able to get all the perks, all your lethals, your tacticals, and you're just going to be swapping out your secondary for an AR or SMG that you already have. Perks are pretty important, considering this is the only time you'll be able to get perks in Warzone is from your custom loadout drop. So these are very important. Scavenger is useless, doesn't work. I tried it. You can't just pick up random ammo. You can only get the ammo that is dropped from people, so that's useless. Cold-blooded, don't see much of a use for it. If you want to use it, go ahead. Kill chain, also kind of stupid in my opinion. I don't see a reason. You can just buy a kill streak with your money. Double time, you could use this. A lot of this is personal preference, but I use quick fix. So when you kill someone and you're in that close firefight, maybe in a 1v3, you're going to gain all your health back immediately. Not your armor, but your health. So that's a big plus right there. The most important perk out of all three of these perks is High Alert. High Alert is the best, hands down. When you're running through a field and you're getting alerted, because that's what it does, it alerts you when people are aiming at you. You know someone's aiming at you. Like, you know how many times you're running through a field and you get shot from behind, you don't know where you're getting shot from, you don't know where you're getting looked at from. So this person could have been looking at you for 20 seconds, waiting for you to stop moving just to take a shot on you. So this prevents that. This is super useful in just any situation in Warzone entirely, and you have to be using this perk. You have to be. And that is the biggest thing why we didn't use Overkill to have our primary and then have a really good secondary, because you're just going to pick up a secondary anyways. So we take off Overkill and we get High Alert. Perk 3, this is really probably one of the most useless perks in Warzone. I've just been trying out Spotter. Was using Battle Hardened, but pretty much these don't. I tried using Tracker, it doesn't work. From my experience, I don't remember it working at all. I don't remember seeing anyone's footsteps and being able to follow it. So haven't really used Spotter too much, so can't really say. But perk 3 is just put whatever the hell you want on, honestly. Tune up would probably be a really good one as well, but this one is totally personal preference. Lethal and tactical, obviously whatever you want, personal preference. I use a C4. I think the C4 is really useful. People sitting in corners, whatever. Throw it in there, you detonate it immediately, unlike a Semtex. or a frag grenade. Molotov cocktail, that could work too if you wanted to. That would be actually very useful. You can use that as well, but it's personal preference, whatever you want. If you want to use proximity mines, claymores, up to you. I prefer the C4. Tactical, again, totally personal preference. Use whatever the hell you want. Stun grenades, flash grenades, probably the most useful in my opinion. I think this will be the new meta, running a thermal sniper and then having your AR or SMG that you have in the game already. I feel like that would be extremely useful, and I feel like everyone's just kind of picking up on it. So if you're watching this video, do this right away. Hop on the meta before it starts, because I definitely believe that this will be a thing that everybody starts doing. Now, if you did enjoy the video, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. If you want to see more content like this, let me know in the comments if this class setup helped you, or if other class setups that you recommend for me or anyone else to try. Definitely leave them down in the comments. Also, go down in the description. You can follow my Twitch down below. I stream twice a week. I streamed Warzone the other day if you missed that, so definitely go follow my stream if you want to see some of that. Also, go down, follow my Twitter. You can stay up to date when I'm live or anything that's going on with my channel in general. So if you want to keep up to date with everything going on with me, definitely go follow my Twitter. That's gonna be it for the video, guys. Appreciate you all watching, and I'll catch you in the next one. Peace out.